Hello everyone, it's Melanie. I've been MIA a little bit on YouTube, and I wanted to record a video earlier when I started what I'm working on, but my daughter and my husband were home, and I didn't have the house to myself, and they were, my daughter likes to be, when she's here, she's home for Thanksgiving. When she's here, she likes to play on my computer, and my computer is right across from me. So I love being with her, and I don't have the heart to kick her out when I'm in the mood to do something. So anyway, I had a good idea for me, and so I've been working on it. And basically, what I'm putting together is just going to be my 2019 Christmas journal. And here's what I'm doing, and I'll kind of show you my thought behind it as I get going, but I just wanted to, so I am coming in again. I'm turning the camera on mid-project. I've already been working on this, and I'm just now turning the camera on, but hopefully you guys will forgive me. I hope everyone is doing well. I've made a couple of videos, but I haven't posted them. Kind of lost my mojo lately. I've also been doing quite a bit of sewing, quilting. So there's that. But what I'm doing here is I decided I'm going to use a composition book as my Christmas journal this year because, well, let me just show you. Let me show you. I made a video a little while ago, and I accidentally, there's two problems with it. One, my husband and I were messing with the settings on my phone, my camera, and I inadvertently recorded the entire 45-minute long video in 1080p, which is really high quality. So because of that, a couple of things happened. One, the file was huge. Like 5 gigabytes, almost 6 gigabytes or something. And I couldn't even get it off of my phone. It was so huge. So there was that. And then the other problem was, I did a flip through of these, which are my composition book journals. The other problem was, it was recorded at 60 frames per second. So what I'm recording at right now is 30 frames per second. So it was also recorded 1080p, 60 frames per second, which means that you could pause it, and every time you pause it, the screen is perfectly clear. So I did a flip through of all my composition books, and then once I finally, hours later, got the video uploaded, I realized that you could, when I flipped through these books, you could pause at any moment and read the entire page of these books. And a lot of these books these are my personal journals, you know. So there was information in there, not even about me, but, you know, things I wrote about my daughter, or things wrote about my day that I just didn't feel comfortable putting out on the internet. So I never posted it. But these are the journals that I've been working in. Let's see, this one was July 2016. And these are all inspired by the wonderful Linda Berry's syllabus, which I have an entire video where I reviewed her books. And I'll link to that and put a link to her book down in the description below. But I really love working in these, and I will do a video and show you guys, you know, this is the one I just finished. But I really like working in them because there's no pressure. It's like it's a $1 composition book. This is the one I'm working in right now. So I put doodles, I put, you know, this kind of, all this different stuff. But I also sometimes work in other journals. Like I have other, so this isn't perfectly chronological because, you know, I worked in, let's see, between here and here, I worked in this journal, you know, and that doesn't fit on the shelf. And look, you know. So I had this idea. I thought, I like working in the junk journals, but I also like working in the composition books. So I thought, you know what? Instead of just doing a composition book with composition book paper, I could just use the composition book cover, fill it with pages like I would a junk journal, and then it would fit on the shelf and I could number it sequentially with my other volumes. So that was my good idea. And then I was sitting here thinking, okay, am I going to do a separate Christmas journal? This is my Christmas journal from last year. There's a whole video of this journal, or multiple videos, I guess. So this is last year's Christmas journal. Do I want to do a separate one for Christmas this year? So I decided, yeah, I think I do. And what I'm going to do is I put together a journal that's just going to be Christmas time. So it's more of a junk journal kind of style, you know, just different size pages and different, an assortment of papers and things. So I put this together, and then what I'm going to do is make a cover and a back, which is around here somewhere. And then this can be actually fit on the shelf with my other journals and be numbered in as one of the volumes in my series. So what I've done with a lot of the others is I do the cover and then I put a piece of transparent, oh, here it is, here's the back. I put a piece of transparency film over the front so that I can put all this texture and stuff on here, and then with the transparency film sewn on the top, then nothing gets damaged. So I had originally just I made this, but whew, look at that, can't read it. So here's what I've done. It's just, this is a polka dot paper with some glitter on it. I made a 2019 with some of my vintage, one of my vintage Denison labels. And then when I got this out, this is my vintage labels and stuff. When I got this out, I saw the stars and I thought, oh, I could do, so I think I might put a few, sprinkle around some of these Denison stars all over this before I put the cover, the transparency cover on it. And then I had layered these up, these pieces of ribbon, and I stitched this one on. It says Merry Christmas. But it feels like it needs something right here, so I thought of these, and I think I'm going to use one of these gold. I don't know if I want that one or that one. Or that. I think I like this one better. So I keep trying, the other thing I keep trying to do when I stitch these covers, I've done it a few times. I've tried to make them like shakers, and I've put glitter inside and things, and then when I sew the transparency on, thinking, oh, I would have this, you know, shaker glitter thing going, but it never works. It always leaks out, like all over the place. That may not stick very well. I guess I could put a little dollop or two of glue on there. So today is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we had a great Thanksgiving. We put our Christmas decorations up yesterday. That's always fun. My daughter's staying until tomorrow, and then she's going back to school. Like I said, I don't know, I've kind of been uninspired lately, so I haven't been making, or, I've been working in one of my journals, but not really doing anything creative. Sometimes I'm just writing in it, which isn't that exciting. Oh, I could have put some sequins in here. Yeah, well, this is fine. So the spines of all my other comp book journals have this Line Co. book tape on them. And I bought it, I realized, looking it up on Amazon, I ordered what I thought was the right tape, and it's not. It wasn't the Line Co. tape. So after I got that tape and realized that's not the right tape, I looked on Amazon and I found the tape that I did buy before, and I bought it in 2014, which is this tape. And I just ran out. So I'm going to have to order another roll of tape to do the spine on this before I can, before I finish it off, cover the spine. Okay, how's that? Does that look okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, even number. Got to do one more. Let's put one. Put one down here somewhere. I also probably need to apologize, because if you've left me a comment, I know that I've gotten comments on some of my other recent videos, and I have not been keeping up with replying to comments. That's my fault. I'm sorry. So if you commented on one of my videos recently and haven't heard from me, I apologize. I need to get on there and go through my comments and answer any questions and things like that. Let me trim this. Okay, I'm just trying to get this zone in here. So when I took the composition book apart, I painted the inside of this red. So I'm going to make a pocket on the inside here that I'll stitch down at the same time. Where's my pocket? I'll stitch this down at the same time that I'm stitching my cover on. And, oh goodness, look at that, no bobbin. Okay, let me try this again. What I was going to say is I've made a pocket for the inside front cover, and I just positioned it in place here so I could sew it on when I sew my cover on. And I've done enough of these covers where I've sewn something onto the front of this composition book with this piece of transparency. I've done enough of them at this point that I've realized not to glue these down. If I put glue and glue this piece of paper to the front of this, then when I try to sew this on, it gets off by the time I get over here. So I'm gonna clip it together, like use a bunch of, paper clips or binder clips or whatever you wanna do to hold it in place, but I'm not putting any glue on it because that keeps backfiring on me. And something else I kind of do with these is I make it a little bit smaller to where the actual composition book cover shows on the edges. That doesn't bother me because it really is a composition book under there. So ooh, big thread nest. Okay. Trim that. And then for my back cover, I think I'm just going to put the back cover on here. I'm not going to put a transparency piece on it. I'm just going to put it, just stitch it on. So here's my pocket, and I'll tape that in place. And I've lost my back cover again. Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to stitch this on. I'm not going to put a transparency over it. Okay, got that out of the way. So, like I said, I ran out of tape, so I can't cover my spine. But before I do that, the thing that will be different about this book versus all my other comp book journals is I'm going to have to rebind it. So this one's actually going to have this signature of papers in it. And I need to bind that, and then I'll get more tape, and I'm going to put the tape over the spine once I have it bound. So my next step here is to bind this in. Oh, you know what I think I'll do though? This is the other book tape I bought. And I don't like it as well for what I'm doing for my covers because it seems very strong, but it's really sheer and you can see through it. The other tape, the Lineco brand book tape, is opaque. So when I put it over the black spine of these composition books, you can't see through it, and that's what I would prefer. This is pretty sheer, but I think I'm going to put a piece of this in the spine of the book before I stitch my signature in place. Just to reinforce it. Like that. Let me take these off now. I'm so excited because I don't know why I had never thought of doing a composition book, but putting different paper in it. So now I just need to make sure this is all kind of lined up. And for this, I just put this may be way too many pages. I don't know. It's definitely going to get, alligator mouth bent up, but that doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't really bother me very much. I kind of like it. So I'm just going to pin this in place here. Clip that. And I think I'm just going to use this. This is some crochet cotton. I'm just going to use this for the spine. And as far as, I don't know if I want to do a 5 or a 7 hole. I think I'm actually going to do a 7 hole pamphlet stitch. just because then it's, I don't know, it's more stitched in, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to use this actual piece here as my punching. My punching guide. So there's center, and then I'm going to say top, bottom, and then I'm going to put 2 more between each of these. Okay, so there's that. There's my signature punched, and then I need to punch my cover. Oh no, the corner folded up. I'm sorry. So, punch my cover holes here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm about ready for a new book, a new punching cradle book. That one's getting kind of worn out. So as usual, I'm going to start in the center. And since I want my tape, I'm going to tape over this spine here. I'm going to put my knot on the inside, but I almost always put my knot on the inside anyway. I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm excited about this journal, that it's going to match my other ones. You know, like sitting on the shelf, it can actually be number 11 or whatever it comes out to. But then, I guess if it's like kind of like what I did last year, if it's specifically holiday related, then I can put it in this book. And if it's just general everyday life, not specifically holiday related, then I can put that in my other journal. And I hope that this holds. I hope that tape in there is enough to really keep this spine together. Oh, I need to stop recording and go order that tape right now, because I can't finish this book now until I get my new roll of tape. And I think I have some red and green big chunky pieces of like glittery table decoration stuff. I think I'll put some of that inside this transparency here before I put the tape on, so it's like a shaker page, so it'll shake around in there. What am I doing wrong? Did I pierce that? No. Okay, there it is. Take these, I keep hitting my head on the camera. Take these off, and I'm going to start here at the outside and tighten these down, working towards the center, and then tighten that last one. And then, whoops, there's that. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it. Now I just hope this doesn't fall apart. I guess I could put this little piece of this that I cut off. I guess I could stick that on there also. I don't know what else I'll use it for, just to give it an extra. Oh, I should have put a piece of this on the outside of the book too. Why didn't I do that? I should have cut that piece in half and then put half of it on the inside and half of it on the outside. I'm just going to stick this on here just as a little bit extra insurance policy. And then I can't finish it until I get my until I order some more tape. Hopefully it's not too late in the day and I can have it next day delivery. Ooh, I like it! So that will be my 2019 holiday journal. Trim this. I flipped that up there. And there's a tiny bit of that. Yay! So I think, though, that I already put something holiday related in my other journal. Did I? No, I guess I didn't. The first like holiday sort of thing that we did was my husband marched in the Parade of Lights as a stormtrooper with his Star Wars group, so I can put that in here. And then Thanksgiving, I didn't take a single picture on Thanksgiving. Not even one. Craziness. So here it is, and I can do, you know, add pockets and add things in as I go. I kind of like doing that better than, I like that more than putting pockets and things in from the beginning and then having to work with them as I get to them, because I do like working chronologically from front to back. So I can just add that stuff in as I go. I got out my Christmas stuff from last year from making Christmas journals. Oh my goodness, I bought so much stuff last year. I mean, literally, I have so much. I don't know what I was thinking. Just like that stuff at the Dollar Tree and everything like that. Oh, I bought so much of it. Okay, well, I'm going to edit this video, guys, and see if I can get it uploaded. And I hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.